Get the fuck out of here, man. And this is D tier. Come on, this isn't the real ability. Fuck that. Like, what? I don't think Gale Wings is great, in my opinion. I think it's kinda ass. I'm gonna make like a god tier category. Today, we are going to do an ability tier list. We will rank every single ability in the game and how good it's gonna be in a Pokemon hardcore Nuzlocke. There's two ways you can do this, right? You can rank an ability in isolation, so for example, Intimidate. In isolation, that's pretty insane, right? But then there's also like, how good is it in practice? Like with the Pokemon that get it, I think there's a lot of cases, especially with Intimidate, where a bad Pokemon can become really good. I'll try to do like a mixture of both. We'll see how it's gonna end up. I'm excited. There's also gonna be abilities you will pretty much never get, but I will still rank them because I just think it's interesting. S tier will be really, really good. Almost completely shattering, breaking the game, or really breaking the game. A tier is like really, really good. B tier, I'd say, is like pretty useful. Like nothing very good, but it's like, yeah, it's pretty nice to have that. C tier, I'd say, is like useful, but not often. Like sometimes you can profit from having this ability. D tier is basically you don't have an ability. You're pretty much never gonna profit from this. It's pretty bad. And F tier is bad for you, right? Don't know, which there might be an ability, Ryan. Really have no clue. Negative, I'd say F tier is negative, so we can delete the negative row. We start with adaptability. It gives you a really good damage increase. So usually, if you have a Pokemon that uses a stab move, you know, a move with same type attack bonus, if you have a Lillipup that uses tackle, you get a 1.5 increase on tackle. If you have adaptability though, it's gonna be a 2x increase. So instead of 1.5, it's 2. That is a very significant damage increase. I wouldn't say it's completely broken. The Pokemon that get adaptability aren't like insane legendaries or whatever, right? You're not gonna find a Garchomp or a Salamence or something with adaptability. One example is Porygon Z, right? So yeah, it's a really good ability, but I wouldn't say it's S tier. Definitely deserves A tier. Next is Aerial Aid. So if I remember correctly, it turns normal type moves into flying type moves. Do you get an additional damage boost too? Okay, yeah, so this is insane. So Double Edge is a 120 base power move. You get stab on that, plus a damage increase with your Salamence. That is complete insanity. Yeah, Aerolite is S tier. This is unbelievably broken. Holy hell. Next is Aftermath. If you kill a Pokemon with Aftermath, with a contact move, you are gonna get damaged. So if I have a Pokemon with Aftermath, my enemy kills it with a contact move, the enemy loses 1/4 of its HP. That's so uncommon. Like, you basically don't have an ability. You can use it only once a run. Have you ever seen a Nuzlocker use Aftermath? In theory, you could say it is a C tier ability, because you can actually use it. I'm gonna put this in D tier. I don't think this will ever be good in your run. Like, absolutely not. Fuck Aftermath, bro. Come on. Okay, next ability is Airlock. Now, I have to make sure that I know what the hell I'm talking about. Airlock suppresses all effects brought on by weather, including move power increases, end of turn damage, accuracy changes, and so on. That's only while your Rayquaza is in. I think it's not bad. How often do you face weather, like rain, against rain Pokemon? I'd say. I feel like this is rarely useful. It's a decent ability, but pretty niche, same as Cloud9. I think it is unbelievably niche. I think Airlock ends up in C tier. I don't think it's a really good ability. I think it's like, whatever. Analytic. Ooh, that is a really cool ability. If you move last, you get a damage increase. Now, how high is the damage increase? How much of an increase are we talking about? I think it's 30%. It is actually 30%. The question is what Pokemon get analytic. I know Magnezone is a really big one. And then Starmie. But Starmie is like kind of fast. I wouldn't say it's S tier, considering the Pokemon that get it. Magnezone is like one really strong example. But yeah, if you move last, you get a 30% increase. That is like high A tier. Anger Point. If your Pokemon gets crit, you go to +6 attack. So your attack is maxed out. How often are you gonna get crit with your Anger Point Pokemon? I think C tier is probably appropriate. There might be a situation or two where this is gonna happen. It's not like Aftermath where it's gonna be used almost 0% of the time. I feel like you might get crit once or twice, or maybe even more with an Anger Point Pokemon, and then it's like cool to have. You'll probably have like a few situations. Not a lot, but there might be one or two. So C tier is fair. I think Anticipation tells you when your opponent has a super effective move against you. I think that's not bad. Your opponents can have like weird coverage. If you're playing a randomizer, that's maybe also good. It's either C or B tier. It's definitely not D tier. It's definitely not A tier. You usually know when your opponent has a super effective move. It's like fine, it can help, but rarely. I don't think Anticipation will save you often. I think it's C tier, honestly. Hey you, I want you to sub right now. Support this channel, just sub, like, comment for the algorithm. That's it. See this beautiful screen here? I stream daily-ish, so yeah. Sub. Arena Trap is shit. It means your opponent can't switch out. I know flying types can switch out of Arena Trap, which is interesting. The AI never switches. This is like having no ability, so that's D tier. Next ability is Aroma Veil. I have never heard of that ability. Protects allies from attacks that limit their move choices. That's D tier, man. First of all, doubles aren't common, and if you're in a double, it protects you from, I don't know, like disabling one of your moves. You can just use another move pretty often. I don't think this is good. I think this is D tier. You're never gonna use this. As one, what's that again? Like, two abilities combined, right? Combines Unnerve and Chilling Neigh Grimneigh. So Unnerve is your opponent is not able to eat a berry. And then Chilling Neigh is what? It's basically Moxie combined with Unnerve. It's on Calyrex, Shadow Rider, and Ice Rider. This is like Moxie, but on a legendary Pokemon. So this is S tier, obviously, right? That is completely fucking nuts. Having like Unnerve on top of that probably doesn't do a lot, but I guess it's nice to have. Unnerve plus Moxie or Unnerve plus Special Moxie, right? If you have Calyrex Shadow, you're gonna get the special attack increase. If you have Ice, you get the physical attack increase. In both cases, it's completely busted. This has to be S tier. Next one is Aura Break. So I think Aura Break disables Fairy and Dark Aura, right? And those are the abilities of Xerneas and Yveltal. You will never ever use this. Like, never. It's like not F, it doesn't hurt you. It's just you don't have an ability. Like, it's never gonna help you. D tier it is. Next one is Bad Dreams. This is only on Darkrai. Your opponent loses 1/8 of their HP when asleep. How much does Darkrai benefit from Bad Dreams? You don't like straight up, you know, blow up everything. You just get a pretty good damage increase. I think that's like A tier. It might be B. No, it's A. You're gonna benefit from this a lot, I'd say. It might also be like helpful when you catch wild Pokemon or whatever, right? They're asleep and then they still take damage, so you gradually like increase your catch rates. Yeah, A tier it is. Next one, Ball Fetch. What the fuck is that again? I think you get like a Pokeball back. If the Pokemon is not holding an item, it will fetch the Pokeball from the first failed throw of the battle. That's really not an ability. Honestly, like, who cares? It's one fucking Pokeball, it's D tier. Come on, bro. Battery is a double battle ability. It boosts your ally's special attack. This is definitely better than Aroma Veil, because Aroma Veil is like a double battle, which is rare, plus like a specific situation. But battery is just, it helps you in double battles, period. So this is C tier in my opinion. I mean, it's on Chargebuck, so... Don't you want to just evolve this thing? I think this is C tier. Oh, battle armor, one of my favorites. Incredible. It's not S tier though. It's not like breaking the game. So battle armor is like you can't get crit. It just means you don't have to always calculate in your head. You can stay in an extra turn super often with battle armor. You don't have to switch out. Like sure, if you don't have battle armor, you can still stay in, but you're risking a crit. And you could lose it there. And with a battle armor Pokemon, that risk falls away. And you can just relax, stay in, and you know nothing's gonna happen to you. A tier, I'd say. Very useful. This is like very consistent too. Like it's just consistently being able to stay in for longer and do more damage. It's like high A tier in my opinion. This is like no particular order, but we're gonna do like high A tier, mid A tier, sometimes. I'll say it when it's on my mind. Yeah, it's like... It's close to S because it's so unbelievably consistent. Battle Bond. So it turns your Greninja into Ash Greninja. That has to be S tier, right? I used Battle Bond in Radical Red. Turns like your Greninja into like an unbelievably strong monster. I mean, you have to take out the Pokemon first, right? Greninja itself doesn't have super insane stats. And taking out a Pokemon is gonna be like a little bit harder, as with Calyrex. Bordering S tier, it's like very close. I don't think it's like Aerialate or like As-1, where you just have this ridiculous damage output. Next one, Beast Boost. It's like Moxie, but you boost your highest stat, right? Pokemon boosts its most proficient stat each time it knocks out a Pokemon. That is on Ultra Beasts, and Ultra Beasts are all pretty damn insane, so this has to be S tier. 100% S tier. Next one is Berserk. Berserk raises the Pokemon's special attack by 1 stage when its HP falls below 50%. It is only on Drampa, and it's on Galarian Moltres, but you're pretty much never gonna have it, so I will count it on Drampa. I think this is really good. This is either like high B tier or low A tier. Say Analytics like probably like here. I think I'll put Analytic like more to the lower end of A tier. Because the fact that you have to move last is, it's a drawback, right? But it has its benefits, of course. Drampa has 135 special attack, so you get a pretty ridiculous amount of damage. You think B is fair? Yeah, because that makes sense. All of these A tier abilities are just like always super strong. Berserk and Bad Dreams, they both have risk-reward stuff. Bad Dreams, you actually have to hit your sleeping move. Berserk, you actually have to get to low HP first. Or you can even like pre-damage. Yeah, B tier is, that makes sense, right? They can't really move up to A tier because they don't have this, you know, like incredible consistent shit. Big Packs. I don't think this is bad. Big Packs is an ability that makes it impossible for your opponents to lower your defense. I feel like Leer and other moves are kind of common, but you don't really care if you get leered, so it's... I think this is C tier. It can be nice. I think it's better than like Aftermath or Arena Trap, because you run into Leer or like other defense lowering moves. Next one is Blaze. A tier or B tier? Like fire types tend to be like faster. I mean the starters at least. Charizard gets it, Typhlosion gets it, Blaziken, Infernape, Emboar, Delphox. Blaze is pretty damn good. If you're at 30% HP or lower, you get a 50% increase to your fire type moves. The thing with Blaze though, you get it on like fast sweepers. You can take out so many things with Blaze by pre-damaging your fire type. And like a 2-hit KO turns into a straight 1-hit KO. I think this is A tier. Because especially on a very offensive type like fire type, it's very, very strong. Like, fire type is very geared towards offense. So you can abuse the fuck out of it. What we learned in a lot of these ROM hacks, like, I don't know, Emerald Kaizo, Run and Bun, whatever, is how strong a Blaze is. Bulletproof. You are immune against the following moves: Acid Spray or Sphere, Barrage, Beak Blast, Bullet Seed, Egg Bomb, Electro Ball, Energy Ball, Focus Blast, Gyro Ball, Ice Ball, Magna Bomb, Mist Ball, Mud Bomb, Octazooka, Pollen Puff, Pyro Ball, Rock Blast, Rock Wrecker, Searing Shot, Seed Bomb, Syrup Bomb, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Weather Ball, Zap Cannon. When are you gonna be in a situation where you're like, oh, my bulletproof just blocked the Shadow Ball? Like, bro, that's pretty much never gonna happen. It might happen and then it's really cool, or you can, like, plan for it. Yeah, I'd say C tier. Next one is Cheek Pouch. Cheek Pouch restores berry's HP when a berry is consumed on top of the berry's usual effects. Okay, Cheek Pouch restores 33% of the Pokemon's maximum HP when it consumes a berry, after the effect of the berry is applied. So you consume like a citrus berry or like an orange berry, but citrus would be insane. You get your HP, and on top of that, 1/3 is restored. We use this on Diggersby in Run and Bun. That is strong. I'm gonna put this into B tier. Chilling May, so this is the same as one, just without the unnerve on top of that. But it's like on Calyrex, so it's obviously busted. It's like Moxie, specifically for legendary Pokemon, so yeah. It's an ability to sweep, obviously S tier. Next one, Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll doubles your speed in Sun. It might be A tier, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'd say it's B tier because you have to set up the Sun first. You don't just get it for free. Like, there's a certain condition tied to it. There's certain conditions that need to be fulfilled. And once you fulfill the conditions, it's really nice. And it's not too tough to fulfill those conditions, so B tier is fair, I'd say. Let's continue. Clear Body. So Clear Body means you are immune to stat changes. I mean, you're immune to Intimidate, you're immune to like Growl, Leer, all that weird shit. Yeah, I think it's B tier, honestly. There's like moves that lower your accuracy or your speed. I think this is pretty good. Never having to worry about this is pretty cool. Kai B tier. It's cool to have. Cloud9 is the same as Airlock, so C tier, right? Bro, color change is so fucking weird. If you get hit by, let's say, a dark type move, you turn into a dark type. In theory, you can use this to, like, gain a stab on a move, right? And do more damage that way. I think it's like a high skill thing. I genuinely don't know. I think I might put this into don't know. Tough to rank. I can't really give a take on that. It's easier because otherwise I'm gonna sit here the entire day using my brain, and I don't want that. Next one is Comatose. Comatose means that you can't get statused. It like treats your Pokemon as if it's asleep. You cannot get burned, you cannot get paralyzed, you cannot actually get put to sleep, so you can't move. That's A tier. Because it's incredibly consistent. Next one is Competitive. When a stat of a Pokemon with this ability is lowered by an opponent, its special attack goes up by 2 stages. Moves like Bulldoze exist, there's Intimidate, there's Leer, there's Growl. Some moves have like secondary effects. You can compare it to Big Pex, but Big Pex is defense only. But Competitive applies to like your defense, your SPDEF, your speed, your attack. I think this is like a low B tier. It's not like unbelievably rare. It's, yeah, I think it's better than like Airlock or Cloud9. In my opinion. I think this is pretty cool. Compound Ice, so it increases your accuracy. So this means that you get accurate sleep powders. With something like Butterfree or Viv, this is A tier. Unbelievably consistent, puts your enemies consistently to sleep, helps with catching Pokemon. It doesn't make Sleep Powder 100% accurate, but it's pretty close. I think it's like 93, 95, 96, something like that. Next one's Contrary. So Contrary reverses stat changes. It's on Malamar, and it makes Malamar a lot better. Malamar gets stuff like Superpower, which lowers like your defense and attack. Instead of getting to -1 defense and -1 attack, you get to +1 instead. It makes Malamar pretty damn strong. Like, it helps with Malamar a lot. It's very consistent. It's always good on your Malamar. So that's really cool. I'll put this into A tier. Corrosion means you can poison Steel-type Pokemon. This is unbelievably niche. When are you using Corrosion to specifically poison a Steel type? Oh yeah, you can poison types as well. It's close to never being good. There might be 1 or 2 scenarios. Cotton down. If a Pokemon is hit by a damaging move, so it doesn't have to be contact, it could be fucking psychic, you lower the speed of that Pokemon. With Eldegoss, which is already pretty bulky, I think this is S tier. This is like unbelievable speed control you have. We are very run-and-bun pilled here, so we have to be careful. But yeah, you can like make your slow Pokemon in the back kind of fast with that. It might be A, maybe it's not S. These abilities here like Aerolade, As-1, Beast Boost, they all like sweep. And Cotton Down is like super consistent like battle armor. I'm gonna put this in A tier. It's like at the very top of A tier, I'd say. Next is Curious Medicine. The Pokemon with this ability enters battle. Stat changes of allied Pokemon are reset to 0. This is so unbelievably rare. I think this is almost like having no ability. Useless, I agree. D tier, come on. Cursed Body. This disables shit. When you get hit by a damaging move, it disables stuff. I think it's C tier. It's pretty rare. Cute Charm. So if you get hit by a move that makes contact, there is a chance that your enemy becomes infatuated. There's like so many problems with this. First of all, gender plays a role in earlier gens. Later on it doesn't, I believe. So a male Pokemon can become infatuated by a male Pokemon. So it's buffed, right? Also, it's only a chance to become infatuated, so it's like 30%. And it doesn't even guarantee that your enemy is immobilized. So this is pretty garbage, honestly. And it has to be a contact move. Like, there's so many conditions that need to be met. I think this is D tier. I don't know, it's just so rare that it actually does anything. I'll put it at the top of D tier. Next one is Damp. Damp just prevents Pokemon from using Explosion. It's very niche. Stopping Explosion is a pretty fucking massive deal. So I think I'll put this like here at the top of C tier. Next one is Dancer. Oh boy. Whenever another Pokemon uses a dance move, a Pokemon with the ability Dancer will immediately use that as well. So it copies shit like Dragon Dance in double. It has to be in doubles, right? You're pretty much never gonna use this shit, come on, this D tier. Next one is Dark Aura, so I think you just get a straight 30% increase. Your Dark type moves get a 33% boost on your like legendary broken busted Yveltal. Yeah, obviously S tier, come on, it's not even close. Dauntless Shield boosts your defense on a Zamazenta, right? Yeah, boosts defense in battle, that's pretty insane. That's S tier, obviously. Let's go. Dazzling blocks priority moves. So if you have a Pokemon with Dazzling, your opponent can't use Sucker Punch or Aqua Jet. So this is either B tier or C tier. I think it's like a low B tier. Priority moves show up way more often than like, I don't know, Explosion or Weather. I think blocking priority is nice. I'll keep it in B tier. It's super consistent, right? It applies all the time to... The Fetus is F tier, obviously. If you drop below 50%, your attack and special attack gets cut in half. So this is really bad. This hurts you. This is obviously F tier. Defiant is basically competitive, but with the attack stat, right? I think like low B tier is fair. Next is Delta Stream. I have actually no fucking clue what Delta Stream is. Delta Stream creates strong winds when the ability is activated by Rayquaza Mega Evolving. The weather stays active as long as the ability's bearer remains in battle. but styles in the Pokemon switched out. Electric, Ice, and Rock type moves deal normal damage to any flying type Pokemon in battle instead of being super effective. The strong winds cannot be replaced by regular weather condition, in other words, hail, rain dance, sunny day, sandstorm, and abilities Drizzle, Drought, Sandstorm, and Snow Warning will fail. Just straight up taking less damage from super effective moves, plus blocking the weather, it's all pretty good. It's not S tier. It's not like an ability that makes Rayquaza absolutely busted. Yeah, like high A tier. I think it's a pretty good ability. Desolate Land, obviously absolutely fucking insane. At the very top of S tier. Like, not only does your Groudon get like, your like fire type Groudon in this case, get the damage increase, water moves also evaporate. This might be like something like S plus or whatever. Desolate Land is like another fucking level. I'm gonna make like a god tier category. This is just absolutely fucking crazy. Like you're 4x weak to water, but water moves just evaporate. Wouldn't Drought be god tiers? No, it would not. No, because this is specifically on Primal Groudon. Groudon, for example, is only ground, so you still take damage from water types. Primal Groudon is 4x weak to water, and you let water moves evaporate. Plus, Primal Groudon has a fire type as well, which means you have stab on fire type. Normal Groudon does not have stab on fire type. So this is way, way fucking better than Drought. Way better. Holy Groudon Glaze. I mean, it's fucking insane. This is god tier. If this would be normal Drought on the Primal Groudon, you'd still take a lot of damage from water type moves because you'd be 4x weak, but it evaporates them. So water type moves just don't exist on the field. Okay, yeah, enough with the glazing, let's move on. This, guys, oh boy, you just take a move for free. That is so unbelievably good. This is S tier, in my opinion. Because Mimikyu itself is a very strong Pokemon. You just take one move for free, and you can use this to set up downloads. Really, really good ability. Download increases your attack or special attack depending on your opponent's defenses, right? So if your opponent's def is higher than its defense, you get a special attack boost. Sometimes you'll get the attack boost on something like Porygon, which could be like useless, right? So sometimes you won't benefit from download whatsoever, but pretty often you will get this plus special attack. I'll put it like in the middle of A tier. Dragon's Maw. Dragon's Maw increases the power of dragon type moves used by this Pokemon by 50%. That is pretty nuts. Especially on like a legendary fucking Reggie, obviously S tier. Moving on. So, we are talking about Drizzle now. Drizzle is at the very top of S tier. Not only do your water type moves do 50% more damage, you also weaken fire type moves, which is cool. What makes Drizzle so busted is because of the amount of Pokemon that benefit from Drizzle. Water is the most common type in the game. It changes the way you're gonna build your team. Yeah, it could even like change the way you encounter route your Pokemon. Right? Maybe you will set up your encounters in a way that you get more water types simply because of the fact that you have Drizzle. And there's also Pokemon that benefit from it with their ability, like Ludicolo has Swift Swim. There's quite a lot of Swift Swim Pokemon. Raindish is a thing too. You can combine it with Leftovers or some shit. Drought. I think Drought is worse than Drizzle. Yes, there are fire types that do more damage. Yes, there are Pokemon that have like chlorophyll that benefit from it, but there's way less fire types. I think Drought is high A tier. Just because there just aren't a lot of fire types. Disguise is like also high A tier. It's not on the level as Beast Boost or Drizzle or Dark Aura or some shit. Dry Skin makes you restore HP in rain. It makes you immune to water type moves. Instead of taking damage from water type moves, you get healed by them. I'm putting it here in low A. This is pretty damn cool. Early Bird. So Early Bird just makes you wake up earlier if you get put to sleep. Bro, come on. There's no fucking way this is good. I guess it's like in C tier, like in the middle of C tier. Effect Spore. I think Effect Spore... You need to get hit by a contact move, right? To trigger it. Contact may poison, paralyze, or sleep. So yeah, that is pretty interesting. I don't think this is horrible. I've seen Effect Spore being useful. I put this into like mid-B tier. Electric Surge. This is on Tapu, or whatever its name is. I forget their names. In German, it's like Tapu Riki, whatever. So this basically sets up electric terrain. You already do a lot of damage with your electric type moves. You just get a straight fucking damage increase. In like newer gens, this is even better because it triggers, what is it called? Quark Drive? This is S tier. It makes this... It adds a lot to this legendary. Emergency Exit. One of my favorite abilities. This ability is so unbelievably broken. You can First Impression and you can like get a free switch by doing the math correctly. This is easy S tier. Especially on Golisopod, man. Golisopod itself is a really strong mon. And just getting the free switch is... Oh, it's so good. Fairy Aura, so it's the same as Dark Aura. On Xerneas, you just get a 33% boost on fairy type moves. Fucking insanity. Filter. Filter reduces the damage of super effective moves, which is great. Mr. Mime and Mega Aggron get it. This is definitely A tier. It's very consistent. Yeah, I'll put it like here. Flame Body. If your Pokemon makes contact with you, you have a 30% chance of burning your opponent. You can cut the attack of stuff in half. It's basically like a better Effect Spore because you always know it's gonna be a burn and you always know you can lower the attack. I think low B tier is fine. Glare Boost. I think this increases your special attack when burned, right? That is pretty good, I'd say. It's just a straight up damage increase for Driftblim, so I will put this like, in A tier. Flash Fire. If you get hit by a fire type move, it raises the power of your fire type moves. Yeah, I'd say this is like in the middle of B tier. Definitely B tier in my opinion. It can be pretty nice. Flower Gift raises the attack and special defense of all party's Pokemon by 50% during harsh sunlight. What? Okay. When do you have a Cherrim on your team and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna set up the sun to boost my Spadef and attack. Yeah, come on, this is fucking D tier. This is shit. Next one is Flower Veil. Flower Veil prevents ally grass-type Pokemon stats from being lowered in double or triple battles. Get the fuck out of here, man. And this is D tier. Come on, this isn't a real ability. Fuck that. Like, what? Fluffy, this is S tier. Doubles your Beware's defense. And Beware is like one hell of a monster. You're weak to fire type moves. It has a drawback, right? So I guess like bottom of S tier. Forecast. If there's sun up, it turns your cast form into fire type cast form. You can use like Stab Weather Ball, I guess. It makes cast form like usable. Sort of, it's pretty bad. It gives it some value. So it's not D tier. So it has an ability that makes it better. The thing is, cast form is just so bad. I'd say low C. 4-1 shows the opponent's move with the highest power. Like, maybe the highest damage move could be like Takedown, because it's like 90 base power, but your opponent could have like Crunch, right? And your Musharna is still gonna get shit on. It's almost like having no abilities, so low C tier. Next one, Friend Guard. Doubles are just not common. Like middle C. I'm not sure where exactly in C tier, but I'd say it's like a C tier ability. Risk. If the foe is holding an item, a message identifying the item will be shown. Useless if you're informed. Nice if it's like a blind run or a randomizer. So again, it's not D tier. It's at the very bottom of C. Full metal body. I have no clue what that is. Prevents other Pokemon from lowering its stats, so it's basically clear body, but on this thing, it is pretty good, so I'd say high B tier. Fur coat doubles your defense. Only Furfrou gets fur coat. It's not S tier because it doesn't make Furfrou like insane. It's A tier, right? It just makes Furfrou way better, but it doesn't turn it like into the monster that Beware is, because Beware can also like do a lot of damage, so it's S tier. Gale Wings gives your moves priority while you're at full HP, right? Gives priority to flying type moves. Here's the thing, it got nerfed, right? So in Generation 6, your flying type moves got priority always. Once Generation 7 came, it only gives you priority when you're at full HP. It's on Talonflame. Talonflame is insanely fast. You're gonna outspeed most shit anyway. But sure, maybe there's something faster than you are. Maybe your speed got lowered. So I wouldn't say it's D tier. I'd say it's like C tier, bro. I don't think Gale Wings is great, in my opinion. I think it's kinda ass. I think Galvanize turns normal type moves into electric type moves. Normal type moves turn into electric type moves and they get boosted by 20%. Yeah, Galvanize is pretty damn good. It gives you a stab and increases your damage. That's sitting in like mid A tier. Next one, Gluttony. So when you drop to 50%, you eat the berry. So you eat the berry earlier, which can be good. I'm gonna put it at like the bottom of B. Gooey. What is Gooey? Contact with the Pokemon lowers the lower speed. It's pretty damn good. It is worse than the Cotton Down, right? So I'm gonna put it at the bottom of A tier. Gorilla Tactics. Whoa, I love this. Absolutely S tier. So Gorilla Tactics is basically a Choice Band, but in ability form. And Choice Band is insane. Sure, you're limited to only using one move, but the damage increase you get is crazy. And on top of Gorilla Tactics, you can slap another Choice Band or Choice Scarf or whatever. Grassy Pelt, isn't that unbelievably niche? Let's see. Boost the defense stat in grassy terrain. Come on, you're never gonna use that. That's not an ability, D tier. Grassy Surge, boosts the damage of grass type attacks. It lowers the damage of like ground type moves, like EQ, so that's really nice too. Yeah, it's on Tapu Bulu, right? So your grass type moves are gonna do more damage, so Wood Hammer's gonna hit really fucking hard. Yeah, this is S tier. Next is Grim Neigh. This is the same as Chilling Neigh, right? Just instead of getting the attack boost, you get the special attack boost. So this is S tier. Gulp Missile. Gulp Missile is the signature ability of Cramorant. If Cramorant uses the move Surf or Dive, it returns with a fish in its mouth. If Cramorant then takes damage, it retaliates by spitting out the fish, dealing extra damage. So you just do a bit of extra damage with your Cramorant. I think that's nice. I'll put it into like low B tier. Guts is S tier, insane. S tier. So good. There's so many Pokemon that benefit from Guts. Like, you have shit like Heracross that do so much damage with Guts. Guts, Facade, Swallow. So if you are burnt, poisoned, or paralyzed, you shouldn't be paralyzed because then you can like skip a turn. You should poison or burn your mon. You do 50% more damage. So it's absolutely busted. And because you are already burned, you can't get put to sleep or paralyzed or get any other super annoying status move. Guts is absolutely S tier. Harvest. You have a 50% chance of getting your berry back, like a citrus berry or something. If the sun is up, it's 100%. It's either C tier or B tier. I think I'm gonna put it at low B. Okay guys, I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you guys for being here, much love. I had fun, so goodbye. I need to eat something, I am starving.